Josh at the Acoustic Centre here with three very special grand auditoriums from Taylor Guitars. Very unique guitars, very limited guitars. They're actually very similar in terms of how they're spec'd out, but the timbers are different and the look is different. Kicking off with this one, Joshy, one of your favourites.
Well, you've known me a while and you know that I absolutely love Walnut.
As do I.
And this is the first time I've actually laid my eyes on this guitar, so in a way this is like a viral YouTube reaction video.
An unboxing.
If you will. Yes, viral videos. Anyway, so this is Walnut, and I absolutely love Walnut. This is stained, of course, so it's a, what would we call it, honey brown?
Yeah.
So, looks like a set of lungs there, beautiful. And of course, back and sides. So the sides there, and the top, of
Cedar.
course, Cedar. So you don't often see a lot of guitars with Cedar, but you can certainly, as soon as you sit with this guitar, you can smell that beautiful Cedar smell.
We're going to see a lot more Walnut popping up more and more in guitars. A lot of big brands are using it. As our esteemed leader Mick Richardson says, it's his favourite tone wood.
Well,
and it's just one that 10 years ago you didn't see that much of.
No.
And now you're seeing it a lot, and it's a very prevalent tree in North America from old walnut farms and things like that. It's one of those things where, because there's so much of it, it's sort of looked over as not a prestigious tone wood. But now that a lot of the more prestigious tone woods are becoming more scarce, they're looking at things like walnut, and doesn't it sound great? It's got a bit of everything in it.
Well, it sounds great, and in its natural kind of coloration, it's got that kind of black and grey and like a peachy pink kind of a colour. So it's a beautiful looking timber, and I love the fact that people like Taylor, they're using urban ash, walnut, and as a lot of builders are finding different timbers to create beautiful guitars with.
I think it's a timber full of character, the sound.
Yeah,
match that with a cedar top, a very woody sounding top, and you got a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, so I just sat with this for the first time, and I was pretty astonished at how round and warm this guitar is.
Should we have another little taste?
Yeah, so.
It's beautiful.
You know, I don't want to sound like I'm talking about myself now, but that I recorded an album this year.
Do, indeed.
And there's all sorts of guitars on that album. It's like my love affair with guitars is all over the album. But I use Taylor's on quite a few tracks, and I love that this sound that Taylor have, when you bring it up in a recorded setting, it just sounds like it's already pre-mixed when you put it in there, and it sits amazingly well with other instruments. And but some of them have this incredible kind of character to them as well. So
were you miking them, playing them into a mic?
Miking them as well. And with some tracks actually blending the pickup in with these. So I guess my point I'm trying to make is that people don't often associate Taylor guitars with character. You're talking about character, but I've recorded a lot of these guitars not just for the shop but for my own music, and the clarity they have, the character that some of them, like this particular one, has, it's pretty amazing what they build.
Beautiful. Let's move on. We've got a few to get through. That's the Cedar Walnut Custom GA, ordered from the Namm show this year. Earlier in the year, they send you some options, some spec'd out guitars. You order what you want, they build them for you, and they're very limited. Some of them are, less than a dozen made for the world, so there'll only be one of these each.
Maple binding, I was just going to say, maple armrest on that. Didn't point that out.
They've all got an armrest. They've all got an armrest. They're all beautifully bound. They've all got timber binding. This is ebony. This is Sitka over Rosewood.
Sitka over Rosewood.
Fascinating look, isn't it? It's a charcoal top.
I think we've spoken about this one before, but I thought it was, we both thought it was a good time to bring it back out and give it some more attention, because it's such an amazing and unique looking guitar. Never seen anything like it.
It's the second grey top guitar we've seen this year. From another brand, of course, and something that we've never seen before. And you think, well, a grey top's not going to work, and then you see it in the flesh, and it's a killer look.
Grey, black, brown, it all works with that rosewood back. It's
Got the ebony. I always love a back of a headstock with ebony on it like that.
I always wonder how, when they're sitting, just putting the colours together, if they just sit there looking at it on a screen, or do they put timbers next to each other and look at... Oh, I don't know how they do it. But anyway, whoever's doing it at Taylor, they know what they're doing.
Let's go. What are you hearing?
Sponge. It's a bit spongy, this one.
Right.
Yeah. But classic Taylor, consistent clarity and accuracy, you know, and definition. Yeah,
that's gorgeous. Is that abalone or PowerShell? One of those.
That's PowerShell. Yeah. So Power's got a lot of that beautiful green, black. You see it all over New Zealand. It's all over the place.
Your homeland.
There it is.
Okay.
Indeed.
Goto 810 tuners on all of these. You do not find a better machine head. Taylor know that. They've all got those. The first one had ebony buttons.
And for consistency, as he's putting it down, ebony armrest was on that one.
Thank you. Rosewood armrest on this one.
Yeah.
Rosewood back and sides. And we're back to the cedar top.
Cedar top. And what do we call this? Like an aubergine?
Yeah, sort of a burgundy.
Burgundy.
It's the colour of the Queensland State of Origin jerseys.
Which is on tonight.
It's a gorgeous guitar as well.
And all these guitars are coming out. Remember, this is the 50th anniversary of Taylor.
Yep.
Okay, and this kind of stripe is a classic look from Taylors of yesteryear, really.
Isn't it interesting the way different brands do their rosewood? You see it. There's a look, and you sometimes can't even describe it, the way different brands... You can pick Santa Cruz rosewood, you can pick Martin rosewood, and that's kind of the Taylor rosewood look.
Well, that's the Taylor rosewood look, not necessarily on their super high-end, like a 914, but often, on 700 series and classic Taylors... 2000s to 2010s. That's what you would see. Beautiful look, and on the fascia of the headstock as well. So
this is a cedar top. Last one was a spruce top, both rosewood. Let's have a go.
Oh yeah. Cedar definitely has that spongy, feels like the top is flexing more. There's more movement in the guitar, so it's got a beautiful, rounded out top end. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Killer guitars. It's the iconic Taylor shape, the Grand Auditorium. They're really playing on it here, making these as Taylor as you possibly can with exquisite finishing details. They're masterpieces.
Yep.
That's about it, mate. One each of these guitars, very limited. They're all in stock. They're all on our website. It's a great thrill to have them. Anything else to add?
Come into the shop and try them.
Sure.
That's the point of us having a shop with four walls. Of course, there's a lot of people who are all over Australia who can't make it into the store. But if you're nearby, please come in, pick our brains about these guitars and have a try, because that's when you can... form the greatest opinion and appreciate them the most when you get to actually play them. So
beautifully done, Joshy. That's about it. Take us out with a few chords.